Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Roundup. We made it almost all the way through the roundup, so we're finishing things off with this week's image books, which we normally would have done Monday night, but well, wasn't able to pick them up on Monday, so oh well. So kicking things off, we've got Hyde Street #1. Hyde Street is the Ghost Machine horror, presumably ongoing, but yeah. So the issue opens with an old woman walking on Hyde Street, and there's road construction, and what appears to be a Cub Scout offers to escort her across the street, but and carry her groceries. But Pranky, the scout, asks what the old woman's hiding. Appears her bag of groceries is now full of jars of cyanide gas. And before the woman dies, is run over by construction equipment, the Pranky says that reveals that the old woman killed her daughter as well as her husband. Daughter went quick, but her husband, day by day, drop by drop, into his instant oatmeal. Took 2 short days for the girl to die. 3 years for her husband. Then she gets smashed by a steamroller. Apparently, that makes for 18,231 deliveries for Pranky. And so we meet Mr. X-Ray, a fellow resident of Hyde Street, who in the 60s was worked in advertising. There was Mr. Frederick Xavier Ray. But he, anything that could be, that was hawked in the, in the ads of Silver Age comics, that was something that he sold. For example, X-Ray Specs. He had a partner, we didn't like the fact they were targeting kids, but Frederick said that getting adults to part with money can prove tricky, but kids are easy. For example, piranha people, brine shrimp, sea monkeys. But apparently they both worked for a large advertising firm, and Jim, Frederick's partner, was discovered to be embezzling. Of course, Fred was also embezzling. And it seems that potentially Jim might be wanting to jump out the window of their office on the 14th floor in New York. But that day they get a delivery of a pygmy marmoset, the world's smallest monkey. They're trying to turn it into the big pet of the 60s, but it escapes and goes out the window. Then Fred constantly hears the monkey screeching on Hyde Street. He's constantly said apologize, but well, to no avail. Then a man in bandages runs up to Fred, telling him that he doesn't want to fix his face anymore, but the doctors won't listen. And so Mr. Tyler is taken back to the doctor. Then you learn what happened, what exactly happened that led to Fred being on Hyde Street. A little girl, apparently, who was apparently his daughter, came to him one day. Apparently, his ex-wife had gotten sick, and her brother was the girl's uncle. Well, he was mean, and he drank. Fred cast her out, and his daughter, Judy, ran down the stairs and exited the building. Well, Fred followed suit, but he wasn't on Mass Avenue anymore. And turns out that there's someone in charge of Hyde Street, the architect. One who stands apart, presiding over all of it with a presence more malevolent than the rest. He has no story, no past that anyone knows of, only half-seen moments and dark demands. He's known as the scorekeeper. So Fred tries to has been trying to get out off of High Street since 1966, but and he tries to enlist Frankie's help, but Frankie says that Fred will be trapped there forever. With his 2,103 deliveries. And that is where the issue ends. Next issue will tell the tragic tale of Frankie. Interesting start. Clearly, it's spooky season. Well, comics are always going to try it. Comic companies are always going to try and cash in. But yeah, hey, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Moving on though to our next book, we've got Redcoat number 6. Where we left off in Redcoat, Simon Pure was about to be sacrificed to basically unleash an unholy fire on the U.S. so that Benedict Arnold, the leader of a cult known as the Founding Fathers, could basically remake the country in his own image and be remembered far more fondly than he actually is. All that need happen is sunshine on Simon. Turns out that the moonlight, which is reflected sunlight, works. But young Albert Einstein, who has been Simon's traveling companion, tells Arnold that he's worse than Simon Pure, and Simon manages to escape his bonds and attack Benedict Arnold. But as the ship moves further away from the U.S., from American seas or American waters, he's getting older, or he's starting to age for the first time in over a century. But Einstein figures a way to basically reverse what's happening with Pure, and by cutting himself, so that now the plans of Arnold are no longer in effect. The ship blows up, however, from the damage done by Simon, and Benedict is apparently lost at sea. However, Simon is growing older as he gets further and further from America. But he manages to get Einstein ashore, but and upon awakening on American soil, he is rejuvenated. Einstein is going to be heading back home to Munich, and Simon tells him when he comes back to America, look him up. Perhaps for another great adventure. However, the issue ends with the book, the Founding Fathers' book that Benedict Arnold was using, being found by another, George Washington. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. Well, let's see what part Washington has to play in the series. Initially, Benedict Arnold claimed that George Washington was the grand architect of the Founding Fathers, but yeah, that was proven to not be true. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Free Agents number 4. Where we left off in Free Agents, the free agents were tracking down a stolen artifact, which led them to the headquarters of Bridges Communications Enterprises, and led to them going toe-to-toe with none other than Superstar. That, however, attracted the attention of Radiant Black, who had been keeping an eye on the free agents for a little while. And so the free agents, Radiant Black and Superstar, are all gathered together, seemingly with Radiant Black figuring that the free agents are enemies. But and the staff belonging to Pike is shown to be, seems to be a point of contention. Pike's staff, the Zozier, is apparently remnants of an obelisk that came to Pike's world. He was chosen. You can hear the spiral hum. He was shown the greatest. He showed the greatest affinity for the infinite chords of the spiral, and granted the gift of perpetual euphony. Shards of the obelisk are part of Pike now. The Zozier serves as his conduit through which to channel the power of the obelisk. In unattuned hands, it is dangerous. However, as he explains this, Barrage shows up and attacks Radiant Black. And it would seem that Verena DeVault, who previously was the target of the free agent ire, wants the Zozier because of the fact that it's a point of contention among them. But Barrage and Radiant Black and Superstar go after Barrage, and Zozier is taken in a teleportation portal. But it's explained that Superstar's father occasionally has business with people who don't need to take the elevator, as he puts it. And his business was, he had business with a woman named Verena DeVault, part of a global collectors guild. Antiquities mostly, but at times it involved artifacts of unknown origins. But they're able to find the staff, and in Brazil, Vault 29, Containment Chamber 14, is of the moment secure, according to her henchman Botok. Of course, the free agents, Radiant Black and Superstar, changed that status. And but slight problem when the containment unit was breached. Quite a few levels of containment were also breached. 3 layers of containment fields. If they there's likely to be a very large explosion, and so Zoyer funnels the energy to a telekinetic tunnel towards himself, basically channeling the energy and dissipating it. With and Botok implodes, turns itself into a black hole, and Salvo manages to save everyone by anchoring his mass to the ground. Then, but Superstar says that he counts this as a win. Ridge and Grey and Black both get the autographs from Superstar. And at Breakpoint HQ in Brotherhood Hills, New Jersey, Salvo is discussing that perhaps there are other means of doing things than just running and blasting and maybe asking if they're about what's going on. But so they're going to take the debrief is going to be delayed till later, as most of the free agents have classes at the university. However, Barrage is activating a program, and in the blurb for the next issue, it says that he's going to have to scrub the free agents' minds of that pesky independence. And that is where the issue ends. It's a good issue. This series has been pretty solid so far. We're only 4 issues in, but so far so good. Anyways, that's going to do it for now. For now, as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Patreon, not Patreon, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Big shout out to Patreon patron Red Bands of Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.